astrological yogas for money, wealth, and finances. Jai Mata Di. The second and the 11th houses are the primary houses of money and finances. The second house shows our savings and wealth, and the 11th house shows our self-earned money. The 11th house related income is primarily from the 10th house of our profession, because the 11th house is the second house of finances from the 10th house of profession or karma. The 5th and the 9th houses are Lakshmi Sthanas, and their lords are known as Lakshmi Sthana or Trikona lords respectively. Lakshmi means the goddess of wealth. They provide money and finances when in relationships with the second and the 11th houses and their lords. Lagna is also a Trikona house but doesn't keep the matching potential of the other two Trikona houses, that is, the 5th and the 9th houses, since it is also a Kendra house. The Dhan Yugas and the Raj Yugas must be present in the horoscope for an unabated flow of money and wealth. Besides, the 2nd, 6th, and 10th houses are known as Ortho-Trikona, and they also play a crucial role in generating money and finances. The 2nd house shows our wealth. The 6th house indicates debt, loans, financiers, and income through services or jobs, lending money, income through debt instruments, and the 10th house represents our income through profession. The Upachaya houses are the 3rd house, the 6th house, the 10th house, and the 11th house. And if these houses are occupied by the planets, including Rahu and Ketu, provide growth in life and wealth. Hindu Lagna or IL, if well positioned in a horoscope, also provides immense wealth and finances to a native. The Hindu Lagna is calculated based on the brilliance of the moon. The planets in Hindu Lagna and the 2nd house, 4th house, 10th house, and the 11th house from the Hindu Lagna provide wealth. Planets in the three bhavats 6, 8, 12 from the Hindu Lagna destroy wealth. Natural malefic planets in the Hindu Lagna are not bad, but their aspects on the Hindu Lagna are harmful for money and finances. The second house primarily indicates savings. The sixth house denotes income through job and services, and the 10th house gives income through overall profession. The 10th house is the house of our overall karma within bracket, deeds and actions, and jivika, livelihood, through which we earn money. Jupiter and Venus are the natural significators of wealth, of which Jupiter is the stronger in blessing wealth. Jupiter is the natural significator of the second, fifth, ninth, and 11th houses of money and finances, whereas Venus is merely the second lord of the lord of the second house of the Kal Purush Kundli. With the above astrological yardsticks for wealth, let us examine the horoscope of Rahul Bajaj, the former chairman of Bajaj Group and a wealthy person. Who was a wealthy person? Horoscope of Rahul Bajaj. The Lagna is Taurus with Mercury, the second and fifth lord in the Lagna. The Sun, the fourth lord, is in the Lagna along with Ketu. Second house is occupied by Mars, who is the seventh and the 12th lord, and Venus, the sixth and the Lagna lord. Sixth house is occupied by Moon, who is the third lord, and seventh house is occupied by Rahu, and 10th house is occupied by Jupiter, who is the 8th and the 11th lord. 11th house is occupied by Saturn, who is the 9th and the 10th lord. In his horoscope, there is Parivartan Yoga between Venus, Lagna Lord, a trine lord, and Mercury, the second lord, which is a Dhan Yoga. Mercury is also the fifth lord of Lakshmi's Sthana. Parivartan Yoga between Mercury and Venus. Mercury is second and fifth lord, and Venus is the Lagna lord, and there is Parivartan Yoga. In his horoscope, there is Parivartan Yoga between Venus, the Lagna Lord, a trine Lord, and Mercury, the second Lord, which is a Dhan Yoga. Mercury is also the fifth Lord of the Lakshmi Sthana. There is Parivartan Yoga between the 10th Lord Saturn and Ortho Trikuna Lord and Jupiter within bracket 11th Lord of self-earned professional income, which is a Dhan Yoga. Let us see the horoscope. There is a change between Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter is in Aquarius in the sign of Saturn. Saturn is in the Pisces ruled by Jupiter. So there is a Parivartan Yoga between the 10th Lord and the 11th Lord. Saturn is also the 9th Lord. So when there is a relationship between the 9th Lord and 11th Lord, it is a Dhan Yoga. The 9th Lord is Saturn, who is in the 11th house, is a Dhan Yoga. The Dhan Karaka, Jupiter, aspects the second house of wealth, is a Dhan Yoga. Jupiter aspects the second house of wealth by his fifth aspects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rahu is also in the Dhan Yoga since its sign lord Mars is in the second house of wealth and its nakshatra lord Saturn is in the 11th house of income. Rahu is also aspected by the second and the fifth lord Mercury and the Sun, the fourth lord, and Rahu is the beneficiary of both Raj Yoga and Dhan Yoga. Let us see in the horoscope. Rahu is in Scorpio in the sign of Mars. Mars is in the second house. Rahu is aspected by Mercury, the second lord and the fifth lord, and Sun, the fourth lord. The conjunction between Mercury and Sun is a Raj Yoga. Mercury is a Kendra lord. Mercury is second and fifth Trikuna lord, and Sun is the fourth lord. There is conjunction between a Kendra lord and Trikuna lord, which is a Raj Yoga. Raj Yoga also keeps the potential to deliver wealth. So Rahu is the beneficiary of both Raj Yoga and the Dhan Yoga. Rahu is in the nakshatra of Saturn, who is in the 11th house. Rahu is in Anuradha nakshatra of Saturn. Scorpio consists Vishaka nakshatra of Jupiter, Anuradha nakshatra of Saturn, and Jyeshta nakshatra of Mercury. Rahu is in Anuradha nakshatra of Saturn, and Saturn is in the 11th house of income. The Sun, Mercury and Ketu are in the Raj Yuga and the Dhan Yuga. Since Mercury, the second and the fifth lord, combines with the Sun, the fourth lord. As such, Ketu is the biggest beneficiary of both the Raj Yuga and the Dhan Yuga formed by the Sun and Mercury. The Upachaya houses in his horoscope are the third house of Cancer unoccupied, the sixth house of Libra occupied by the Moon, the 10th house of Aquarius occupied by Jupiter, and the 11th house of Pisces occupied by Saturn. As such, it is the horoscope of growth. The third house is unoccupied. Sixth house is occupied by the Moon. The 10th house is occupied by Jupiter. The 11th house is occupied by Saturn, and 3rd, 6th, 10th and 11th are the Upachaya houses. And when Upachaya houses are occupied by the planets, they provide growth in life, which bring finance and wealth also. Hindu Lagna in his horoscope is Gemini. The Hindu Lagna is occupied by Mars, the 11th lord from the IL, and Venus, the 5th lord from the IL, forming Dhan Yuga. The 10th house from the Hindu Lagna is occupied by Saturn, the 9th lord. Hindu Lagna is Gemini. Hindu Lagna is Gemini. Mars is 11th lord from the Hindu Lagna. Venus is the 5th lord. Venus is the 5th lord from the Hindu Lagna. When 11th lord combines with the 5th lord, a Trikona lord, lord of the Lakshmi Sthana, and 11th lord, the lord of the self-earned income, it forms Dhan Yuga. So Mars and Venus are in Dhan Yuga from the Hindu Lagna, and they are occupying Hindu Lagna Gemini. Saturn from Hindu Lagna. Saturn is the 9th lord. 7, 8, 9. Because of his Aquarius lordship, Saturn is the 9th lord. He is in the 10th house from the Hindu Lagna. which is a Raj Yuga. Since he was a very big corporate, he had status also in the society and in the government. He was a very big industrialist. Best wishes. Thanks for watching.